Malcolm Little, also known as Malcolm X, was born on May 19, 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska. Along with his 7 brothers and sisters, he had a mother and a father who was a Baptist minister and an avid supporter of Black nationalist leader at the time, Marcus Garvey. In 1939, Malcolm's mother became very ill and was placed in a mental hospital. Malcolm was taken away from his home and placed in foster care. Malcolm X spent his teenage years living in a series of foster homes after his father's death and his mother's hospitalization. He engaged in several illicit activities there, eventually being sentenced to 10 years in prison in 1946 for larceny and breaking and entering. In prison, he joined the Nation of Islam, adopted the name Malcolm X, and quickly became one of the organization's most influential leaders after being paroled in 1952. Malcolm X then served as the public face of the organization for a dozen years, where he advocated for Black supremacy, Black empowerment, and the separation of Black and white Americans, and publicly criticized the mainstream civil rights movement for its emphasis on nonviolence and racial integration. In the 1960s, Malcolm X embraced Sunni Islam and the civil rights movement after completing the Hajj to Mecca and became known as El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz. After a brief period of going to Africa, he publicly renounced the Nation of Islam and founded the Islamic Muslim Mosque Incorporated and the Pan-African Organization of Afro-American Unity. In 1965, Malcolm X was assassinated while giving a speech, and over 20,000 people attended his funeral. Malcolm X has been praised for his work toward the rights of Black Americans, as well as his work in civil rights for all people. He is regarded as one of the greatest Black men of all time.